Before I start the video, just a couple disclaimers. Number one, I'm an intermediate player. This kit is catered towards intermediate players. As you can see from my stats, I'm not that good, but this kit is what works for me. Number two, before you start looking at this kit, you want to be level 30 and have Peacekeeper and Mechanic level 3. Without that, this will not work for reasons I'll explain later. Getting into the kit. It's on my character. FMJ SX is included in the overall price. The overall price of this kit is usually 250 to 300k for the kit. You might be thinking, that's pretty expensive for a budget kit, but when you take a look at an HK, that's easily over 300k. And look at this entire kit for less than that weapon itself. People don't really realize how much they're spending on their kits, and so this kit is not expensive for the performance it delivers. The parts of the kit, the contacts, they sound really nice, very inexpensive, cheap, they work well. Comeback insurance often because they're cheap and people don't really pick them up. SSH helmet. This late in the wipe, most people are running ammos that will go through any class of helmet regardless of what it is, and might as well just have the high ricochet chance to potentially survive a fatal shot to the head. The schmegma, or however you say that. Cover up your face at long distances so people have a harder time spotting you. The backbone of this kit is the M2 armored rig. This is a level 4 armor made of Titan steel, I think it is. Has really good repairability, great durability, a pretty decent amount of space. I'd call it the little cousin of the M1 rig. It's just a little bit worse. It has a little bit less space, but considering how expensive it is, it's really good for the price, and the main thing about this rig that made me choose it was the really good price to performance ratio. They're a little bit expensive at the moment, but usually they're in the 65 to 75k range, which makes it very effective for a really good level 4 armor. A backpack, you can really use anything you want lying around. Just for the sake of including the price of a backpack, I'm going to use the Burkut because this is a budget kit and you don't need that much space. The weapon of choice for this kit, arguably the most important part of this kit, would be the MP7A1. I chose this weapon because it basically comes modded stock. It already has a vertical foregrip, a decently low recoil. 51 recoil is not that bad, especially if you upgrade it a little bit and add the Rotec silencer, which I'll talk about in a minute. You don't need a single attachment for this weapon except for a sight of your choice. I choose to use the MRS. A lot of people say not to use the sight for reasons I do understand, and I'll discuss that when we go to the hideout to shoot this weapon in a minute. The main reason for choosing the MP7 is the ammo. FMJ SX is an extremely good ammo. FMJ SX has more penetration and better damage than AP 6.3, 45 AP, and 7N31. It's even better than some rifle rounds. It's essentially a small rifle round. It shreds armor extremely quickly. I'm pretty sure it has 41 or 42 pen, which will go through most level 4s and start penning into level 5 pretty easily, which is why I chose this ammo. It's also extremely cost effective. The reason you'll want to have Peacekeeper level 3 is to buy this ammo for $3, which is extremely good compared to something that's way better than AP 6.3 for $5, which is absolutely ridiculous for how good this round is. It's only $3. You obviously want to have this inside of your container because you don't want to be losing that every time you die. And the reason for having Mechanic level 3 is access to these 30 round mags, which give you a lot more ammo than using 20 rounders. The price of them is all included in the kit. 5 magazines with ammo inside of them, and then the MP7, of course, which is another reason to choose it. It's extremely cheap. I've seen it under 40k. It's usually in the 40 to 50k range. Okay, let's go into the hideout and discuss some quirks about this kit, I guess you could say, but which are extremely important. Okay, if you decide to use the MRS like me, if you use this reticle or this reticle, please don't. They are extremely inaccurate, terrible. Why Pestilly and most people do not use this sight is just because these reticles suck. If you're going to use it, this reticle is way better. It's very centered, doesn't swing around when you move the weapon. It's actually accurate. It's not off by, quite a bit like the other reticles. So if you're going to use this sight, you're going to use this reticle for sure. MP7. It's a very good gun for the price, but it does have its drawbacks, of course, for being so cheap. when you first shoot it, the initial vertical recoil is quite insane, as you can see. After that, the spray does settle down, which I'll show you here. Okay, so as you can see, the spray settles back down after about half the mag, which is pretty bad. But when you're using this gun, all you need to remember, a slight pull down as soon as you start the spray. And you want to be crouching, of course, when shooting, because that provides a lot less recoil, but you can do it standing. Okay, so it's really not unmanageable. Most fights you're going to be having with this gun are very close range like this, so no worry to have recoil at long ranges. So there's the drawbacks to the MP7. Of course, this kit is very cheap overall. If you have a couple good raids with it, you are going to want to do some upgrades. The first thing I'd recommend is the Rotec silencer. This reduces your recoil significantly and also reduces that first extreme kick that you get when starting the spray, which I'll show right here. So that's with no pull down. And with pull down, it's very easy. This really turns into a laser beam once you have the Rotec, but it isn't so you use it until you've had a couple good raids. And then the last thing you want to have is grenades. I highly recommend using grenades in any situation because you can use them to cover your tracks and escape, you can push people with them, you can make people move out of different rooms and areas with them, and just overall a very good thing to use. If you have grenades in the fight and the other person doesn't, you are going to have the upper hand immediately. Overall, this kit has worked extremely well for me this wipe. I've killed probably 50 PMCs with this kit, gotten multiple large sums of loot, I'd say, and highly recommend this for anyone wanting a budget kit setup for later game quests or looting, or PvP for that matter. Hope you enjoyed the video. Try out the kit, let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching.